Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at BYD Auto 10. I mean, their rise has been, well, meteoric, hasn't it?
It really has. Started in 2003, spun out from the main BYD company. They leveraged that battery background right from the start.
Yeah, that expertise was key. BYD, they later adopted the Build Your Dreams slogan. They actually started with gasoline
Mhm.
cars like the F3.
Right. Many people forget that. The shift to electrification was very deliberate.
Extremely. And then that huge step in March 2022, stopping all production of purely gasoline cars.
Wow. The first major car maker to do that. It sent a clear message. And their mission, cool the Earth by 1 degree C, quite ambitious.
It is. They also moved their auto HQ to Shenzhen, which makes sense being such an innovation hub.
Definitely puts them in the right place.
So now their lineup is all NEV new energy vehicles. That means BEVs, battery electrics, and PHEVs, the plug-in hybrids.
Under the main BYD brand, you've got the Dynasty and Ocean series, and then these premium sub-brands too, like Denza and Yangwang.
Right, covering a lot of ground. From, affordable models right up to luxury. Plus commercial stuff, buses, trucks.
That comprehensive approach, their 7+4 foot strategy, they call it, aiming to electrify pretty much all kinds of transport. It's smart.
And the sales numbers,
Yeah.
they just exploded after 2020, really. Think about it. Around 247,000 NEVs in 2018, jumping to over 4.2 million in 2024.
The milestones are just staggering. 2021 saw over 700,000, then 1.8 million in 22, over 3 million in 23.
And the speed. Took them 13 years to build the first million NEVs.
But then they hit 10 million total by the end of 2024. That acceleration is, well, unprecedented.
It really is. And it's interesting, the mix of BEV and PHEV sales, plug-in hybrids really surged for them in 2024 and the start of this year.
Yeah, unlike some competitors who are BEV only, BYD is strong in both. That flexibility caters to different markets, different needs.
It's some broader appeal, you think?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Especially where charging infrastructure isn't quite there yet.
So globally, their NEV market share hit about 18% in 2024. They became the world's biggest NEV maker back in 2022.
And they even briefly overtook Tesla in quarterly BE sales, which really made people sit up and take notice.
In their home market, China, they're dominant. Overtook VW as a top-selling brand overall in 2023. That's huge.
Absolutely massive. That home market scale gives them enormous advantages.
They're growing in Europe too, though it's smaller for now. But strong positions in places like Israel, Thailand, Brazil.
And that sales growth translates directly into revenue, obviously. They passed Tesla's annual revenue in 2024.
And the auto segment is now clearly the main driver for the whole BYD company.
It shows how pivotal that strategic shift to NEVs really was.
So what's behind it all? Technology has to be a big piece, right? The Blade battery.
Absolutely. The Blade battery LFP chemistry, but with a unique structure. Big focus on safety, range. FinDream's battery, their battery unit, is a major player itself.
And their hybrid tech, the DMI and DMP systems.
Very efficient. It's an electric-first approach, using the gasoline engine more like a generator much of the time. Really low fuel consumption figures.
Plus the E-Platform 3.0 for their pure electrics.
Yeah, that integrates everything safety with cell-to-body construction, an efficient 8-in-1 powertrain, smarter domain controllers. It's a sophisticated base.
Okay, another huge factor everyone talks about. Vertical integration.
Oh, massively important. They make something like 75% of their components in-house. Batteries, semiconductors, motors, you name it.
The benefits must be significant. Cost savings, supply chain stability.
Exactly. And faster innovation, too. They can develop and integrate new tech much quicker. It's a kind of virtuous cycle.
Then there's pricing. Very competitive, particularly in China.
Very. Though they do tend to mark up prices quite a bit for export markets.
Right. And we should mention the role of Chinese government support, especially early on. Subsidies, incentives. That definitely helps kickstart things.
No doubt it played a role in the initial ramp-up, but you can't sustain this kind of growth just on subsidies. The fundamentals have to be strong.
Which includes their ability to just scale up production so fast and their push into international markets.
That global expansion is crucial now. Europe, Southeast Asia, Latin America, they're building factories overseas too.
Yeah, Hungary, Brazil, Thailand. Localizing production.
Which is smart for navigating trade issues and tailoring vehicles to local tastes.
When you look at competitors, Tesla, VW, others, what are BYD's key strengths, you think?
Well, the technology we discussed, that vertical integration, the aggressive pricing, and the sheer breadth of their portfolio. weaknesses. Maybe brand recognition globally still needs work, and executing that complex global expansion perfectly is always a challenge.
Makes sense. And they're not just innovating on the powertrain, are they? They've got BYD Semiconductor doing chips,
Right, crucial automotive-grade chips like IGBTs, and their own ADS system, God's Eye or D-Pilot, which is becoming standard.
plus the D-Link smart cockpit, fast charging tech. They're covering a lot of technological ground.
They really are, trying to build an edge in every key area.
So looking ahead, BYD obviously has very ambitious targets,
Yeah.
but there are challenges too, aren't there?
For sure. Competition is only getting fiercer, especially from other Chinese players. Geopolitical tensions are a risk for any global company.
Supply chain dependencies, even what vertical integration,
Yeah.
policy changes, keeping the tech edge, market saturation eventually.
All potential headwinds. Staying dominant won't be easy. Maintaining this pace globally is the real test.
It's been an incredible transformation, though. They've truly shaken up the global auto industry.
Yeah.
The big question, as you said, is can they sustain it and really cement that global leadership long term? Something to watch.
Absolutely. It's one of the biggest stories in the industry right now.
Well, that's all we have time for on this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
I've included links with more details in the description below, so be sure to check those out. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Deep Dive, like the video, and ring the bell for more helpful content. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day ahead.